Good morning, everybody. This is me, Dodi, um, and you're watching Dodi's page. Uh, Let me see. Let me set myself up a little bit. I'm having coffee, eating eating some little muffies, blueberry muffies. I call them muffies. They're the little muffins. I don't want to drop them. Anyway, how are you guys doing? If you guys don't see me in my live, I was on yet, but you guys will see me in a rerun or later on. So that's why I'm saying this now, because you guys just come in. You're not going to want to watch something like, wait for everybody, wait for everybody. No, you're already here. So there. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching me. The ones that will come in with my live, well, we'll get it going. But for right now, um, I'm talking to the ones that are not going to see the beginning of this live. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I hope so. Uh, Thanks. Somebody gave me a like and somebody in there. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing fine. I'm having coffee. See, coffee, but dark or white. It's my coffee. See, it's more on the sweet side. Actually, I don't have no sugar in this coffee this morning. I usually have sugar with my coffee, creamer, sweetened creamer. But today, I am only having some little muffs, little muffies. How are you doing, Lucky Penny? Excuse me. I'm just kind of munching down. Um, well, how are you doing, Lucky Penny? Hi there. Audio is kind of low. I guess because I'm talking low. I guess I'll turn up the volume like that. I hope you can hear me better. Had to turn off my APU. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean for you to do that. You can turn it back on. I turned up my volume. Here, let me turn it up on this ear too. Just getting over being sick. Oh no, I hope you're doing better. I hope you're okay. What kind of um, sick were you going through? Because there's different kinds of sick. But um, like, there's some good kinds of sicks, and then there's some bad kinds of sicks. Like when people want to say like you show them a really nice artwork or a really nice car or something. Oh, that's sick. No, it's not. It's not sick. That's nice. That's you know. Um, so that's kind of like a stupid kind of sick. And then there's the kind of sick that like bleh, bleh, that's the not good kind of sick. And then there's the kind of sick like that's a not good kind of sick. And then there's a kind of sick that like, oh, I'm sick of doing this. Like I keep going in circles and I'm kind of getting dizzy. Dizzy spell. Oh, you were the one going in circles. Okay. Dizzy spells, but I'm better. You gotta stop. How many times do I gotta tell you, Lucky Penny? You gotta get off the merry-go-round. There's some other rides in the amusement park, like maybe the roller coaster or something, or the teeter totter or something, a swing, or or you're the dizzy kind of sick. You're going in circles. Like, I'm sick of making this left turn. Anyway, kind of just joking around there for a little bit. Let me see if I can put the phone down for a second. Stay, stay. Good, good. Now, I'm going to get myself a little more comfy. Um, I'm wearing a t-shirt and some shorts. And how are you? How have you been? Excuse me. I hope you can hear me okay now. I started off really slow, but I started off really slow, but I'm doing better. Um, I'll tell you I normally don't do this, but I'll tell you my situation. Um, the long version or the short version? Excuse me for eating, okay? I'm having my coffee. I hope you guys are having coffee too. I can't bend my finger. And when I bend my finger, ooh, it hurts. Because remember, that's as much as I can bend my finger because I almost cut off. But it's healing. It's healing. So I have a hard time holding the mug now. Um, Leo Big Ramirez. Hi, Leo. How are you doing? Is that Leo Big? Leo Big? I see Leo and I see Ramirez. 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 But there's a big in the middle, so I don't know. Anyway, hi, everybody. Excuse me. Um, I'm a truck driver. Lucky Penny knows. Um, I'm a warrior of light. Lucky Penny knows. I'm an illustrator. Lucky Penny knows. And I'm 5 feet. Okay. Uh, yeah. Um, maybe just a little, you know, 5 1/4, maybe. I don't know. Um, anyway, hello. Anyway, my, I don't want to say dilemma, but I put myself in this situation. I'm sure you guys are probably wondering why I disappeared for a while and why everything, kind of got out of whack for me. Want some? You want to bite? Here, take a lick. Um, there's it's called life, I guess. But uh, some time ago, a few months ago, my little dog passed away, Abigail. Um, after 15 years of being side by side with her, we drove the truck for. I say we drove because she helped me drive too. Um, I mean, literally, she wouldn't go to sleep until I went to sleep. If the truck was rolling, she was awake. So yeah, I'm giving her credit for driving because sometimes I'd be driving in the middle of the night and in the dark, going through these highways that are just constant, and I'd look and she'd be awake too. She'd be like, you know. So she stuck by me every minute, and well, when she Um, when she went to heaven, man, that hurt. It changed my life, really. It did. And since then, it was a struggle for me to, to get everything, put everything back together. I had lost motivation. I didn't want to drive anymore. I didn't want to do anything. And I knew I was a warrior of lights because I was a warrior of light a long time ago. Already like 6 years, 5, 6 years, something like that. And well, I ended up, you know, it was just, I was in the struggle and I had to learn how to get out of it. So once I got out of it, um, once I was able to just, she came to me in dreams and she let me know she's okay and she's happy and she's having puppies and all this. And well, that, like, wow, that's in a different dimension. Okay. I'm still a warrior of light. I'm still in the third dimension. I'm still in the fourth. And I'm just like you guys, we're still here, right? Um, I told you I'm a warrior of light. So anyway, I sold stuff. I struggled just to make it. I had a lot of, I had my savings, you know, and finally I ended up getting a trucking job, which I didn't record anything during that time. I didn't like that trucking job really was just a temporary job for me, and I didn't. I thought I would like that job, and I didn't. In fact, I was even going to move to Oregon, and that job was in Oregon, and it kind of changed my whole perspective about moving to Oregon. Um, Not to mention, God bless them, there's so many fires going on up there. I hope they're doing okay. There's a lot of people that have lost their homes. A few people have passed away. The animals, they are so. I mean, what I'm telling you is nothing compared to what they've gone through. They're, they lost their home. Some of them are really injured. Some of them are, I'm talking about the animals and the people too. The people you know, they've lost all their belongings and their pets and their, you know, horses and the way of life. So it's changed a lot for them too. But I'm talking about me, okay? I don't mean to be selfish, but I'm telling you a little bit about me. Well, I ended up not my desire to go to Oregon, move over there, by getting that job was a wake up call. It's like, you really want to move up here? And I'm from the Southwest. I'm in New Mexico right now, if you guys are wondering. And I ended up, how can I say it? Uh, Coming back to my hometown, which after 40 years of being gone, it's not the same. You know, the roads have changed, the people have changed, you know, everything has changed. Not to mention, I was just looking at the fuel price of diesel, 5.90, $5.95 a gallon. Ah, that's changed. Um, I've been driving 35 years, approximately. And when I say that, I like now I'm not driving, so I've taken time off in those 35 years. I mean, like if I were to drive 35 years straight, you'd see me all whacked out. You'd see me with a beard and a belly and a smelly and all this other stuff. Like, So I try to balance my life out as a truck driver. So that I didn't fart. That was my coffee pot. Anyway, I ended up uh, taking some time off. Like now, I'm taking time off. But I started working with this one company. For all the years of experience that I've had, they're starting me back down to ground zero. It's a company. I'm an owner operator. What that means, even pay wise, is being an owner operator. The lowest I've gotten, I've done a run was like $1.80, $1.70 per mile. That was the lowest. The highest was like $4, maybe 4.50, something like that. So it was an average of $2 on up, right? That was my average pay per mile. I start working with this one company, and this is what they charge. This is what they pay now. They pay 60, 65 cents per mile. Like, yeah, you don't make anything out there. These truck drivers, you know, they're doing all the work, and the company is getting all the profit. And that I knew I was getting into that. I didn't know. I thought, well, I'm experienced. I got a good record. I thought, they'd give me the higher pay. Nope. You start from the bottom, just like you're a rookie. Not to mention, they treated me like a rookie, like if I didn't know anything. You gotta go. Um, Hi, Peter. Uh, something. I don't know. Ozzy. Okay. I don't know who Ozzy is, but okay. Gotta go. My day to wash clothes. Love ya. Have a wonderful day. Okay, bye. Have fun doing laundry and all that stuff. And don't lose your socks. Wanna always try to get away. I know that. Anyway, so I took some time off to be a truck driver starting now. I done that a long time ago. I'm not going to start off again. I've already started off. Um, you would think these companies would give you some sort of recognition and, okay, yeah, you've been driving a long time. You got a good record. Come work for us. Nope. They will try to get as much money as they can out of you, no matter who you are, no matter what kind of experience you got. And that's very unfortunate. Because if you go to a job, and I'm just going to say out some jobs. You go to a job, like say, uh, a carpenter or a mechanic or something. You go to maybe a nurse or something, and you go to a job, and you got all this experience of over 3 decades of being in that profession, and you go to a new company. You're not going to start. They're not going to start you off from the very beginning. You're going to like, oh, okay, you've done this for so long, you've done that, and yeah, you'll get a higher pay. Not the trucking industry. They start you off from rookie stage all over again. So that's not right. That's greed. So when you get into a new company, trucking company that is, Watch the pay because that is a big sign of what kind of company they are. They might be the nicest people you've ever met, have all the benefits, everything, but you know what? If they're going to start you from rock bottom again, that tells you a little bit of where that company's coming from. Like if they're going to start you, okay, like say, like me, if this company would have started me off, okay, no, you're not going to start at, you know, 60 cents a mile. We'll start you at 95 cents a mile or something like that because of your experience or something. At least I would have said, thank you, and I would have done so much better. You know, I would have been more inspired to do better. When they started me at the rock bottom, like, really? Like, you guys just want to suck money out of me and that's it? Like, you don't care about, not to mention my supposedly boss. I needed some money because I didn't have no money, zero. I'm on these runs and I'm going from state to state and zero. And I wasn't going to get paid for another week. Like, I had to come to New Mexico to get my card, my debit card. And that was kind of going out of route a little bit. He didn't care. He says, I don't care about your finances. No, you got to get this, you got to get back on track and, get back on the route. That told me, like, you know what, you really don't care about me. So be careful when the company or the people you get in with because that basically set the stage. Like, you know what, I'm not going to give you my best because you're not giving me your best. And to have a boss just tell you that literally I don't care about, you know, if you eat or not. Really? So anyway, I got out of that. That basically set the stage for me to get out of that place. Put a sour note on the whole area, Oregon area. Good morning, Junior. How are you doing today? I'm eating little muppies, blueberry muffins, and having coffee. Um, I'm Dodie, and you're watching Dodie's page, if you guys don't know. I'm a truck driver for 35 years, something like. I'm a professional artist, and I'm a warrior of light. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something. You guys hadn't seen this, but excuse me. Anyway, this is my little Abigail. I'll show you now in a second. Hold on. Let me put this. Let me get this organized. This is a portrait I did of my little Abigail. If you can see it. Hold on. You can't see it with the reflection. There it is. Can you see it? Okay. The reflection is continuing. There it is. That's my little Abigail. She was walking on the beach, and I drew her. So I'm a professional artist, and that was back in 2012. I love my little baby. I miss her. Hold on. I gotta. Put that there and put this back. Hold on, let me put this away, okay? There. Anyway, I told you I'm a professional artist. And back to the truck driving thingy. I ended up um, getting out of that job a little sooner than I expected, but I made enough money to carry myself for a little bit. So I'm not working again, you know, and I'm not going to claim unemployment or nothing like that because they'll say, well, you had a job. Why did you quit? Like, yeah, you know, but anyway, I have an itch in my eyeball. Um, as a truck driver, I'm still a truck driver. I'll always be a truck driver. That's what I do professionally, you know, professional truck driver and an illustrator. So you saw that. And I'm up in eater. You're watching Dodie's page. This is me, Dodie, and coffee drinker too. Um, well, I came back, right? So it goes on for a little bit. Came back to my hometown because I got my semi, my pickup truck, my Harley, my oh yeah, I ride. You might have seen I haven't got a few views on it. I think it's because of the audio video and you know the audio. I finally got the right hookups so you guys can hear me better. So sorry about that. But life, you know, life goes on. Um, it's it's what you decide. It's what you can't blame anybody for things that happen. Okay, you got to blow out. Or you're going down the road, you got to blow out. Who are you going to blame? Right? Sometimes you can't blame anybody. Things just happen, but they happen for a reason. Like I was at this. This was some time ago, a long time ago. I was married with my first marriage. I've been divorced twice, and I had my brother-in-law with me, my partner with me, and everything. It was just the three of us, and we were in a. We used to have a little. I remember I paid cash for it. It was a little Suzuki Samurai, little tiny car. I wish you still had that thing. That was a cute little thing. Anyway, gas saver like crazy. We came to the light and it stopped right there, you know, and I'm sitting behind, you know, holding the wheel like this, and there was an accident in front of us. One car, boom, it hit another one. That one car came sliding around. It's ooh, like right there, right, uh, inches from hitting us, and the car went sliding sideways because it was an accident. Spun around, and it spun around towards us. And if I would have moved up just a little bit more, we would have been tumbling and everything with that accident. So see, things happen for a reason. The angel stopped me right there. Like, don't move another inch. Something happened. You're okay. See, that's why sometimes when you get into a traffic jam and you're running late and you're like, oh, come on, like I've done it. Everybody's done it. And, you know, like, get out of the way. You're screaming and cussing and yelling and mad and everything. No, no. There's a reason for that. You don't know the reason, but you're not supposed to be another inch than where you are at that moment in time. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I came to the light, I stopped right there. That car came, that car came sliding inches. Didn't hit. If it would have hit me, I would have been, and we were in a little tiny car. And, we would have been gone like a golf ball. We would have been, but nope, not even just even my brother-in-law, because he was sitting in the front seat next to me, and in that little Suzuki, you sit elbow to elbow. I mean, there's no room; it's tiny. And he says, "Jesus!" Like all of our eyes were like, but the angels told me stop, and that's what I did. I remember I pressed the brake once that happened. I pressed the brake because I was holding on to the brake anyway. Because that happened, I saw it happening, and it came around. You didn't have time to think, but I pressed the brake. I mean, even harder, all the way, as much as I could, all the way it could go. And you think the pressure on that brake shoe and the brake lines and everything, maybe something would have busted because I just put some pressure on that thing. But the angels told me to stop right there. So I stopped. And, you know, so when you're out there, you're in a hurry, you're, you know, waiting, this guy cuts you off and he makes you slow down. There's a reason for that. Okay. That's part of the warrior of light message, messages that I give all the time. So have patience. Okay. And then, well, back to my situation. I got a job. I just had to turn this job yesterday. I had to turn it down in my semi. And this is part of the truck driving part of me now. As an owner operator, I own my own equipment. This is my truck. You can see all my goodies back there. It's not a new truck. it's an old Pete, long nosed Pete. See my hood? Nice. Anyway, um, this is my truck. This is my equipment, my home. This is my way of life. I just woke up. I'm having coffee. What else am I gonna go? I don't have a home like you guys do. That you go home. You got a yard. You got a refrigerator. Well, I got a refrigerator. You got a mailbox. You got a bathtub. You got a kitchen and bedroom set. Everything. I don't have that. I got a bedroom, but. I don't have no fancy bedroom set in there though. Well, this is my home. This is the way, my way of living. I chose this. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not mad because I'm here. Uh, I'm not, what do you call it? Blaming nobody. I'm not, you know, I chose to live like this. Okay. Um, so I'm making the best of it, and I love it. I absolutely love it because I see some of these people. They want me to be like them. I'm free. I don't know about you guys, but I'm free. You guys are, I'm pretty sure you guys are free too, because you just don't know it. Well, again, I didn't fart. That's the coffee pot telling me there's more coffee. Um, I'm going to get some more coffee. Hold on. Time. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, what did you say? Hi. Do you remember me, beautiful? Let me see. It's Rain White. Yes, I remember you. Uh, of course, I remember you. Yes. Well, thank you for coming in. Thank you. Have some coffee with me. I'm glad you can come in. Glad you can join me and stuff. Okay, so my situation right now, as it is, I kind of told you a little bit about this, that, and the other. I'm eating some muppies, little blueberry muffins. I miss you. No, no problem. How you been? I've been by the okay. And anyway, I'm back to what I was talking about. Um, I'm not working for a company that's going to treat me like a rookie after 35 years of driving. I had to turn a job down yesterday. I don't want to say unfortunately, but I could be on my way rolling right now to Nebraska. But when you're an owner operator, you own your own equipment, and I'm not married. I don't have a partner. I don't have a lover. I don't. And oh wait, duh. Can you hear me now? Sorry about that. I forgot about this. So anyway, like I was saying, I don't have. I'm by myself. I don't have, uh, anybody else to tell me this, that, and what I can and can't do and stuff. I'm single. How are you? Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me better now. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, what I'm going to do, or what I had to do yesterday, was turn this job down. It's a really lucrative job. Uh, I'd be driving my own truck, hauling their trailer, but I had to turn it down because business reasons. And you as an owner operator, and the money you make being an owner operator, driving a semi, it is basically you're an independent contractor. Okay, independent contractor could be, you know, uh, as an artist, you could be as a architect, as a craftsman, as an engineer. You can be a writer. You can be an independent contractor. That's what I am in general. Uh, I'm a truck driver. We call it owner operator. I don't have my own authority, which means by having my own authority, I would, if you guys don't know about that, um, where I do all the booking, I do all the clerical work, I do all the legal stuff, I do all the, everything. I'm not that. I contract to a company that does that. Well, this company was willing to take me on, but I had to call them up yesterday and tell them, you know what, I can't do it. Um, okay, sorry to bother you while you're talking. I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna get some water. Okay, okay. Um, you're not bothering. You don't gotta be sorry. Excuse me. Hold on. There you go. I hope you got some good water there. Some good, clean, purified water. Anyway, what the reason why I couldn't do it, not because of the truck. The truck is ready to go. My semi. I'm gonna get out in a little bit after I finish this and explaining. I'm gonna get out. I'm sorry. I had to get out of that opportunity that I had because financial reasons for me. Let me show you something. Look at the price on that. $5.94 for diesel. 588. I don't know if it's cash or what. Yeah, cash for 588, 594. Almost $6 a gallon. I'm thinking if I go to Nebraska, which is almost 700 miles from here to where I had to be by Monday, I don't have so much money now. I would have gotten there just to get there. That's it. Then I am out of fuel. That's if yeah, I would have even made it there. I got there on fumes. As an owner operator, as an independent contractor, you can't do that. You gotta have My like I said, my truck is running beautiful. I mean, I love my truck. It's the prices, fuel prices that 2 weeks ago it wasn't this high. 2 weeks ago I should have filled at least put half a tank in my truck because 2 weeks ago, I want to say 3 weeks ago, it was 4.84. Now it's gone up a whole dollar. Like 2.5 weeks, a whole dollar. It's gone up. I like, you know what? I can't. If I go out there and I'm representing, because I'm now signed on to that sign a contract to go work for them as an independent contractor, they're gonna look at me like, okay, you got a load, go do it. You sign the paper, you can. And as an independent contractor, they're not gonna say, oh, here's money for gas. Here's, they're not. No, you gotta go earn it yourself. That's called freedom too, but because if they were to give it to me, then I'm not free. Then, like, yes, I'm giving you this much, you go do that, and that's all. So they control you. As an independent contractor, I like being free, going wherever I want and stuff, but I gotta pay for myself. I gotta pay my own way. So I'm thinking I can't do that. It's if I go up there, I can possibly get there, maybe. And you know what? Because I tried to, I figured out the fuel, per mile and stuff. I would have gotten there. And then I'd be like sitting, my fuel tank would be sitting at, an eighth of a tank. You can't do business on an eighth of a tank. You can't make no money on an eighth of a tank because you're going to run out of fuel. Nobody's going to be there. Who am I going to ask? You know, so I'm not, okay, I got to go back to working for a company uh, that I'm not going to go back to that company that started me off like a rookie, paying me 60 cents a mile. No, I'm going to work for a company that's going to give me some sort of recognition and some sort of respect for, like, yes, okay, you got the experience. We expect this from you. We'll pay you a little more because 35 years experience isn't just, you're not coming out of high school or, trucking school, on your first week. No, I've been doing this half my life, and I, I expect to have some sort of recognition for that. So if you guys going to get into truck driving, if you're going to start, yes, you're starting off. Okay, you're going to go through that rookie stage, rookie pay, rookie treatment, everything. Once you get past that, you don't want to go back to another company that's going to start you from ground zero again. You don't want to go through that again. So, okay, there's my situation, right? Now, I have a Silverado. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty here. I have a Chevy Silverado. I love my silver. I love it. It's black. My pickup, my pickup truck's black. My hat's black. My Harley's black. My Peterbilt 379, 2007 379, long nose Pete, 13 speed cat engine, twin turbo, new tires, black. I had a black dog, but she passed away. I might get a little black cat. I don't know because she's like little teeny tiny. There's, I don't know. Might be, anyway, no, I'm not talking about that. What I gotta do is go back to a job to earn some more money, put some more money in my pocket to run my own business. By the way, my company name is DLP Transport. Oh, I don't have my computer on. I'll show you. Yeah, maybe I can turn it on and stuff for you. Since you got a little time, I got a little time. Coffee is not done yet. I'll show you guys my new logo. It's in my computer. And what did you say? I'm sorry, but I have to go eat. Oh, you don't got to be sorry for going to go eat. Um, have a wonderful day. I wish you a great day and morning. Everyone loves you. Never give up. Yep. Bye. See you later. Bye, Ray. Okay, hold on. Let me put this up. Okay, yeah, I'll show you my logo. It's pretty cool. You'll like it. Where is it? Where is it? Um, there's part of it. Let me go to the photos part. Okay, 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 okay. I found it. I found it. Okay, I'm going to. How can I put this down and show you guys? Okay, let's see. Okay, I got that. That's my new logo. DLP Transport. Pretty neato, huh? Yeah, that's pretty neato. I like it. Can you see it? There it is. That's my new logo. DLP Transport. Chrome. It originally came in silver. Let me show you. Not silver, gold. See, come on, it's gold. See, I like it gold. I think it's pretty, but my truck is not gold. My truck is black and silver. So to throw I don't know. I might go with that and change it from that to that. I don't know. But that's more like chrome. You know what I mean? Anyway, DLP transport, that's what I do. That's what I am. Let me turn this off. Hold on, I'm turning my computer off. I'm going to show you my truck now. Okay, hold on. Some of you guys have seen my truck. Some of you guys haven't. Um, well, my situation, that's my situation now. Let me explain something here. I, should I even tell you guys? I don't know. I'm considering, I'm going to just tell you, put it that way. I'm considering buying another truck. Mm, okay, to get a trailer, even a gooseneck trailer for my Silverado, if I can do that, I'll do hot shotting with my name. you know, but being starting off like that, even though with my experience, but starting into a different category of, you know, I got bills. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make ends meet. If I get a new truck, a new buy a new truck, I know for sure these companies they want drivers, especially if you got a truck, you know, signed on. Well, I'm signing on to a new contract, payment wise, all this. I'll be able to even going to California. Uh, oh, I know some of you people hate California. I love California. The, the politics there, I don't like. Okay, I can't drive this truck in California, but you know, that's what that's what uh, I do. I drive all 48 states, not 47. Even in California, except in this truck, I can't. It's only 47. Whoa. Uh, See, I gotta be careful with my finger. I can't almost spill my coffee. So I'm considering buying another truck. Considering it. I'm looking into it now. Because I know if I get a new truck, with my experience, everybody's gonna be, yes, pick me, come drive for us, come drive for us, you know. And I will be driving for that company for, you know, for a while. If I lease it for like a year or something, okay, I can fix this truck up and get it back on the road. Trailer, I can buy me a trailer and stuff like that. Or even buy me a gooseneck trailer or even, you know, a pickup truck. Buy me a new pickup truck. Possibilities, okay? That's what I'm talking about. The possibilities that I have. You guys have possibilities too. Whatever situation you're in, you're free, okay? If you got a job that you hate going to, look for a different job, like what I did, where that where my boss was telling me, I don't care if your financial, you need to go make this load. Well, all he cared about was the load. That's it. He didn't care about me as a person. So if you're around people like that, get away from them because they could be a nice person, but you know what? They don't give a crap. So be careful with that. Let's go outside and I'll show you my truck, okay? Hold on. Let me get everything. Hold on. Might be a little loud because there's a reaper next to me, but I don't, might be. Hold on. I gotta hold on, go out the door, not fall, watch my finger, not spill my coffee, and take you guys with me. So that's not only walking and chewing gum, that's doing a lot more. I gotta and hold the door open too, so it don't slam on my feet or nothing. See, see, you can't just hop out of a semi just like that because you do, you got a ways to go down. You gotta climb out a bit. Hold on. Okay, there it is. See my truck? That's my big boy. That's my. His name is Trigger. If you guys haven't seen it, see it's right there. That's my that's my big boy. By the way, I said I was single. We're married. And anyway, that's what I got right here. Okay. And right now, I don't got a trailer. I sold my trailer to a good dear friend. And I just put the new mud flaps on. And I still have this to put on. I got the lights for it. And that's my guy. That's my little, what do you call it? Cooler. And that's Abigail. That was her, what do you call it? Her door, you know. She had her name right there. She had her name on the door. Trust me, she earned it. And right there too. But anyway, that's what I do. I'm a truck driver. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is finish my coffee, finish talking to you guys, and get back in the truck so it's a little quieter. Hold on. I gotta put my coffee way over there. There. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, huh? I like that song. That's my story. So, for some of you people that will see this video later, I hope you guys watch the whole entire thing because I'm not rich. I take it back. I am rich. I'm rich with love. I have unconditional love to give to everybody. Everybody. It doesn't matter if you guys don't like me or hate me or resent me or avoid me or talk about me or whatever. I still love you anyway, okay? Um, Unconditional love for everybody, okay? Everybody. You can't be hating anybody. That's not, it doesn't go anymore. It doesn't, racism, prejudice, hatred, favoritism, all that's gotta go. Just wipe it out, clean it out, just get a Lysol, and, clean it all out. I'm talking about inside your heart, your, you know. So there's people that you don't like. The best thing to do is just stay away from them, because there's negative energy there. Let that. Okay, this is like the warrior light part of me now. Let's say, like I told you, I had this job that this boss didn't give a crap about me. He's a nice guy, but he showed it. He told me his true colors. He showed them to me, and I had to get away because there was some negative feelings from coming from me. Like, oh, you don't care about me. You don't care about if I'm hungry. You don't care if I'm healthy. Like, being a driver isn't just about the load. Being a driver is about the driver too. You know, that's comes with the package. And he didn't give a crap. That's what he said. His words. I don't give a crap. I'm like, okay, you said it. I'm out of here. So I stayed with that company as long as I could. long as I could take it. And yeah, because a few days later, I gave my week's notice, and then I was even just in the Western. Now they're trying to send me all over the United States because they didn't they didn't care. You know what I mean? So as a warrior of light, I don't hate the guy. I don't. I'm not mad at him. I just got away from him. That negativeness, that his carelessness. He's a nice guy. I met him. He showed me his wife. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady. And I didn't meet her, but he showed me a picture of her. But some people, you just gotta get away because you are light. It's kind of like having a candle. And he was the wind trying to blow out my candle. No, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna let that happen. You gotta keep your candle lit. You gotta keep your light lit. People will try to burn out your flame. They will try to tell you negative things that you can't do this, you can't do that. You don't listen to them. You can do. You're free. You're special. You're blessed. You're one of a kind. So take it as far as you can. As be creative. Show your, you know, light up your life and light up everybody's life around you. You know, when you get a light, a candle, flashlight, it don't just light up right there. It glows. That's what you guys gotta do. That's why, like I said, get away from negative people. Even if you love them, family members, you love them. You you don't hate them, but they're being so negative with you all the time, all the time. They're complaining or arguing with you. Okay, I love you. You know, you go do your thing. And you're not responsible for them lighting their light. You're responsible for you. So that's what being a warrior of light is. Okay, being lit all the time. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it because they're coming from somebody. Let me put it this way: you got a vision, you got a dream, you got a imagination, you got your own creativity. Okay, you're going to tell somebody. They don't have that. They're they're stuck in their own world saying, "Oh no, you can't do this. You know, you can't go buy a Harley Davidson cash. What are you talking about? You can't do that." And so they try to burn out your candle, burn out your flame, burn out your dream because of their situation. If they don't got that, that's fine. You know, they're let them be whatever they're going to be. Don't hate them for it, but get away from them and don't let them talk you into their way of thinking because you can do it. Like I said, I'm considering buying a new truck. I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm considering, I'm looking into it. I might not. Because if I do, uh, you know, great. And if I don't, great. Either way, you know, either way, I win no matter what. Um, don't get scammed. Don't get no discernment. I mean, no discernment. Have discernment. Don't let anybody tell you lie. Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them make you believe something that is not true. Look at their authentic, authenticity. How do you say that word? Authenticity. Authenticity. Something. Make sure they're authentic. Okay. There. Uh, authenticity. Something like that. Anyway, they're gonna. You can tell when somebody's speaking to you from their heart, when they're being honest. At the same time, some of these honest people, they don't know, and they'll try to burn out your candle. Well, you know what? In other words, who can I make an example of? Uh, Colonel Sanders, right? You know, Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, right? A little bit about him. He he was already retired. He was, I don't know exactly how old he was. He didn't have he saw his social security check. He says, I can't make a living off this. And the only thing he could think of that he had was he knew how to make some darn good chicken. So he went to go try to sell it to people to see if they would, uh, sell his recipe to people and they would sell it and he'd get a part of it. He'd get a percentage. Nope. They kept telling him, nope, I can make my own recipe. Why do I need yours? I don't need to give you a profit. He did that over 1,000 times. Look into it. Look into it, Colonel Sanders. I mean, doors closed on him repeatedly. They just like, nope. Why would I want to pay you when I can make my own recipe? But he didn't let any he didn't let any of those doors that were closing on him, and those insults and those, you know, what they thought was logical, he didn't let that stop him. He says, I got something. I know I got something. It's it's a awesome recipe. And he finally found somebody to help him out. And today, he's the one that started this fast food chain. You don't need to go to a kitchen to go have it. You can get it right there, and, in your car. You can drive it, you know, you'll have it to you. Uh, you'll have it ready for you and on the go and stuff. Well, years and years and years, decades and decades later, we got KFC. He didn't let anybody tell him no. He's you know, he's passed on, but he's one of my biggest inspirations is Colonel Sanders. I don't know his real name, um, but read up on him. Um, don't let anybody tell you no. Uh, follow these people that are talking to you from their hearts. There's a lot of people that will try to scam you. like the company I was working for, great company, great company. Why they would have a boss like that, you know, uh, I'm sure he wasn't the top dog, but why they would have someone like that supervising drivers that doesn't care about the drivers, I don't know. That's their problem. But I had to get away from the whole entire kit and caboodle there. Like, you know what? You said you don't give. You said you don't give a crap about me, but you want your load there. Well, sorry, dude. I'm out of here. You know, I didn't tell him that. I left in good standards. You know. You know what? You're a good boss. You know, I told him, you know, for his caliber. I'm up here. He's down here. No, I'm up here. He's down here, experience wise. I outdid him in everything. I outdid him in, because he used to be an owner operator himself. So he thinks he knows stuff. Sure, in that area, I've been in that area too. And I've been in the whole United States area. Like, he was owner operator for a few years, maybe 5 years or something. I got 35 years. So, you know, everything. So I know that things, you know, don't let somebody that think they know what they're talking about when you know yourself, if you know how to build a coffee table, plain and simple, build a coffee table. You know the measurements, you know the width, you know your own creativity, whether it has one leg, whether it has four legs, or whether it sits on a, you know, cylinder or block or whatever. You know how to make a coffee table. Don't let somebody who just got into it and says, well, you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way. No, it's not going to work this way. No, you use your own imagination, just like Colonel Sanders did. You use your own creativity, your own, you know, from your heart, your own, and it's going to go. That's what I got to say. And like me, I'm a truck driver. I'm not working right now. Am I worried that, I'm not working, I don't have no money coming in? You know what? No, I got some money put away, but not enough to start a company and represent them and represent myself. Where if I break down, I'm gonna be, please, please for me, you know, begging and stuff. I don't beg, and if I can't, if I can't have it, I can't have it. If I can have it, I'm gonna take it. Okay. We're looking at the bottom of this. Watch. See, I'll show you the name. Did you see that? It's Sango. I can't read the other stuff. Anyway, that's my situation. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so there. I hope you liked my video today. Um, I gotta roll down the window. It's already starting to get hot. There. And my coffee is starting to get a little cold too. And I don't have no more coffee. Uh, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Oh, that's why I hear this sound because, excuse me, the guy next to me has his reefer on. That's why. I'm gonna leave you guys with this, okay? Little do you guys know, you're in control. It's your life. It's not your spouse's life, your husband or your wife. It's, if you're married, okay, my wife won't let me do this. My husband won't let me do this. You know what? Um, who was it? Steve Harvey. Yeah, from Family Feud, right? If he had to do stuff, no, 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 no. It's not Steve Harvey. It was another truck driver. Yes, this is who it was. It was another. He kind of looked like Steve Harvey. Another truck driver. 51 years he's been driving. I got 35. He blew me away. Anyway, he's married, right? And he has, two or three trucks. He's been driving for 35, sorry, 51 years. And who knows how old this film was when I saw it, so it might be more. Well, what he did, he said he's going to buy a truck when he first started. His wife told him, no, we can't afford it. Well, he bought the truck anyway. 3 weeks later, he's rolling in the dough. He's bringing in the thousands. And he showed his wife, because his wife tried to, I mean, that's like a perfect example that he loved his wife. He's not, she's not negative or nothing. He's married to her. But she's saying, no, you can't, you can't. He says, yes, I can. Just like Colonel Sanders, just like I'm telling you now, me, Dodie Lena, Dodie Spade, you can do it. Like, yes, I'm not going to say, no, you can't do it, you can't afford it. Yes, you can. Pedal to the metal, okay? Let's rock and roll. That's what I'm talking about. And once you get going on that, don't stop. Keep on rolling. Keep on trucking, baby. That's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people that I don't associate with anymore for some reason or another. I don't hate them. Our differences, our viewpoints, our whether I said something bad or they said something bad, all that's washed away. I love everybody. Purify your heart, okay? Keep your dreams alive. One last thing, I'm going to finish off my coffee with that. One last thing I want to say is when you're a little kid, you had an imagination. You dreamed of unicorns, you dreamed of fairies, the tooth fairy, the munchkins, whatever. You dreamed of monster under your bed, you know, good things and bad things you imagine, not dream. You imagine all these things, right? Don't let your imagine fade away. You guys are adults now. No, I don't see no big hairy Charlie teddy bear right next to me. No, he's still there. Okay? It's in your imagination. Don't let him disappear. Don't let the little tea fairies you're having tea with, don't let them disappear. They're still there. You know why I say that? It's your imagination. Your imagination is powerful, powerful, more than you know. Keep it alive. Don't let that candle burn out. Thanks for watching. This is me, Dodi, and you're watching Dodi's page. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong. And you are loved. Thanks. Bye bye.